And the Flash will do extraordinarily well as well, because he can get onto that Lindis. So it's now a double dive game. Which team can shut down the opposing team's Lindis or Elsu?
I love this. So each one has that squishy person to the back they have to defend, but the support's jobs, they're going to have to work it out for them here. The Hurricane Walls are going to have to be on point. The Nature's Realms are going to have to be on point. But here's the thing, is that each support has this big mass AoE ability that's going to be creating space in these fights. How the teams play around that, I think, is going to be a huge dictator of who wins these team fights. And it's going to allow the support from KSSA to really just play a lot more aggressive, a lot less defensive. But speaking of aggression, up in the top lane, Taos is under a lot of threat as Benny is coming in. One more auto is going to make it happen, and that's going to be first blood.
So Taos needs to be enabled.
Yes, watch for that here as we have the first Abyssal Dragon being picked up now for Alpha Red going in, and now the shotgun to Benny as well. First one in the back trying to chase us down. This fight has split insanely as Taos is still throwing in these snipes, somehow left alive, uncontested in the back of that fight, and able to do so much work throughout all of that. NT, though, getting hit by that blinding light, but able to pick up the kill onto Neo as the rest of Alpha Red is invading here onto the jungle. The shock from Shadow as well, and giving J-Team the ability to move on into this Abyssal Dragon, pulling the rest of the team back. Alpha Red have identified the fact that, look, we probably can't contest this too much. I might have spoken too soon, though, but no, it is actually Taos just getting pushed right on back. The Hurricane Wall is there, nicely done. They're all lining up right now. Benny might have gone too far. Now up in the top lane, the collapse is going in here onto Shadow. Ooh, nice CC chain, though, coming in from J-Team. The Nature's Realm on the back with the stun is going to go through. NT is going to try and get a counter kill of his own, but not going to make it happen.
And he did enough that the wave wasn't able to crash against the tower. And now Alpha Red have an opportunity, a chance to hold this lane.
Oh, but NC might have gone a little bit too far forward there as Benny is going in with the Redwood Rush, able to trade his life for it there. That was a beautiful play there from him.
Yeah, I don't think any of the Elsu players are at a point to hit 100% snipes. We're getting there, like you said, though, to the point where it's dangerous. Bombs can get there. That's really interesting.
And Taos as well is forced to flicker, forced to use all his escape tools, but it's not nearly enough as the tower is going down. This is J-Team hitting their power spike right now, and they just win, oddly enough. As now once again KSSA is doing his job as a support, but Yuzon, we've been seeing his ability to reposition here in these fights. We're going to have to continue to watch that. That is another Nature's Realm baited out. Oh, there we go. Yuzon bringing KSSA back on in. The damage is going to be there, and that is going to be the kill. That is going to be the stagger that J-Team needs in order to keep this push alive. To be fair, they're all big swords, so... And it's
swords
still
pointed
early.
the other direction.
That's true. Shadow goes in with the shock, and Yuzon is there on the flank trying to split this up, and now Shadow is in real deep with the rest of his team, but Taos is in the back showing up these snipes. Benny is going in with the Redwood Rush, the combination with the Metamorphosis, but it is Yuzon peeling in and out, but there we go. NT going in with the massive ultimate as well, but somehow J-Team is able to take him down. That is 3 kills there. J-Team, every single member alive.
That Cyclone should have been game. The fact that they staggered through it is insane. They shut down NC, and now they might have a game of their own.
Absolutely wild. That should have been it. You are absolutely correct, but the split from J-Team was massive. First one's doing a great job trying to split this out, but they're onto the core right now. The Hurricane Wall from KSSA, but it's not going to be enough. The Drake is here, and that is going to be it. That is going to be GG. Game number 1 is going to go over to J-Team. I would agree. I'm looking at this Max hover right now, and it's blowing my mind. Sorry, got distracted because Max isn't a hero that we've seen picked up a lot in the West as well. But Scud is something that we've seen a decent amount. Or they're just going to play with my heart some more. It's fine.
Things shift, but he is very, very, very good.
So I was looking at it yesterday, and I'm thinking, oh man, as we do have the drone drop going in, I might hold this thought as we do have first blood going in from Alpha Red. Once again, starting off at game number 2, same way as game number 1, with a really solid opening. As we do actually have another aggressive invade here, as Shadow is going in on top of Neil, but the Cyclone is there, not really going to do a whole lot, but first one is here, and Yuzon is going to be the target, and they are going to get a solid double kill. What a rotation from Shadow and first one.
So, and they do. NC, was useless in that fight, but it doesn't even matter because this core is so good and first one carries them.
We do see quite often, in fact, but Wins walked into the wrong neighborhood. The top tower is under threat. First one will be able to secure that all on his own. And now it's Shadow up against the world once again. NT is going to try and go in and get a kill of his own, but Yuzon will just walk away. So I'm actually a big fan of that right now because NT will do good damage in the late game, but I don't think it'll be enough. And now First One is starting to show where he is weak, and that's the fact that he is still fairly squishy. The shock does not land in time for Shadow as Wins is there, but KSSA is on the flank. Let's watch the Hurricane Wall if they decide to go in. There's the wind cuffs. The follow-up is there. Nice call to get himself out of that situation. Wins. Beautiful positioning.
A little bit more of a defensive turn towards this last item that the Valheim's built. Towns now has a Frost Cape as well. But, like you said, you rushed War Boots, Fafnir's Talon. That's going to be a ton of damage. Find an instant response with this top wave, I was thinking. But it's only Towns here with him.
Ooh, Yuzon. We talked about how amazing this guy is in the solo lane, but that is not a solo situation. That is a 4v1 as Taos is going in onto Benny. Their nice job with the Hurricane Wall, stunning him out, pushing him back. He is CC'd literally forever. The Nature's Realm is burned through. Beautiful positioning here from KSSA and crew. I asked for better Hurricane Walls. We asked for better net play. Well, you know what? We're getting it.
He just held off the flank. He just held off the split push so that Alpha Red can find the rest of this game.
And now they are going in on the high ground. They are going in under the towers, getting kills left and right, forcing Neil back in onto the core. Shadow with that cleave, the backhand across the face to put Wins in the ground. Yeah, he is, again, it's all this jungle pressure. He has not had the top side of his jungle this entire time. I'm like, yeah, he's had some room to play, but not a whole lot as the push is going in the bottom as well as the mid. Alpha Red, didn't get the most value with this buff right now. Keep an eye on that in these fights, but it's rarely been a 1v1 in this situation. Great wind cuffs onto Benny, taking half his HP away with one solid cleave as well. As we do have the push on to the bottom, Wins is going to be the target once again. The Ardwin's HP bar not nearly enough to deal with all that damage.
But see, Yuzon still playing it really aggressive. He can win this 1v1, not this 1v4 though.
And once again, we are seeing that going in, and now it is Neil against the world as he is going to be absolutely destroyed, staggering the deaths. That was an outright throw from J-Team.
Well, it was the only thing they could have done.
They could have done it
like
as a team.
Like you said, it wasn't
TJ.
enough.
They could have done it as a squad. You talked about Yuzon going in there, trying to keep this, kill this wave, and not quite able to do so. Star needs to try and go in and kill this minion, try and get some kills of his own. And First One's actually going to fall right here. But through all of it, the core is going to fall, and that is going to be GG if Tau can stay alive. Yes, it is. We're going to see a game number 3. I predicted that game number 3's drafts would be highly different from the first two, and we definitely are seeing that here. But I'm surprised at how lightweight these compositions are. We only have one pseudo tank in the entire game, and that is the Ibeneth. And
so they are doing what I said. I apologize for interrupting you. I just want to talk rampant over this.
Zill. Talk about the Zill.
So, yeah. So this is... I misspoke earlier. I should have said they pick up a melee assassin. If they can punish that, if they can bully Taos in lane, that's going to be a strong asset for the team.
Well, so far they're doing exactly that. The Tornado's going in, the Ghost Walk to dodge out a lot of that from Wins, who is doing so much initial damage to Taos.
Now know where two players are. They'll send Benny up to bully First One off of that Spirit Sentinel. He's a bit late, but First One's very low.
Put him into the wall, the Tornado with the iframe, but it's not nearly enough. Benny just goes in, happy to trade his life for this to do even more damage, as we now see the 4-man collapse up here into the top.
Goodness.
Oh no, the Holy Embers are there as well. The Hurricane Wall to split the fight. NT is actually going in, take them anyway, but Yuzon has split this, and they do secure the kill, if not the tower. Rotating down, simultaneously taking 2 towers here, as Wins is on the flank. KSSA is in a lot of trouble. He's going to have to burn the Hurricane. Oh, the Steed stun!
I don't think you can hold this wave. He'll try. He spends the entrapments, but Wins specifically clears them. He still gets wave. Oh no, it's not enough. 1 minion, and Neil, 2 shots, the towers. The advantage it will grant his team. They're still thinking of Neil as the key damage source, and I agree.
And Benny, though, maybe overstaying a little bit right there, wanting to get fancy, doing a whole 1v4 situation. The Holy Embers from Star almost just completely turning that fight around. That was literally...
Yuzon's just brought in the wave this whole time. He's got a super minion wave in mid. This could be game.
This could be it, as the first kill is going in now onto Shadow here. That is exactly what they needed. Neil is still alive. The core is under threat, pushing in here, and that is going to be J-Team doing it. That is going to be the ace, and as well, GG. They take the series 2-1.